Today, we're gonna be making 3 Filipino-inspired hot chocolate recipes that you and your family can get nice and cozy with. So they are rich, but they're also dairy-free and vegan, which is perfect if you are lactose intolerant like me. In the Philippines, my mom used to make us hot chocolate or tsokolate by using Filipino Tablea. And Filipino Tablea is 100% pure cocoa that's been packed into a log or in tablet form. I remembered the one that we had was a solid log, and my mom had to chop off chunks of chocolate using a knife so that she can make hot chocolate for me and my sister to enjoy our merienda, which is a snack or a small meal. So this one I have is from the Philippines, and it's already been divided into tablets. So you can just take a tablet and chuck it into a pot of boiling milk or water. But today we're gonna be making this with cocoa powder instead, since cocoa powder is more accessible for us, at least here in the US. So I'll be using a Dutch processed cocoa powder for a deeper chocolate flavor. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description below if you wanna grab your own. For the first recipe, we're gonna be making a coconut caramel hot chocolate. In a small saucepan, heat up 1/2 cup of full fat coconut milk and 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. Mix that together, and we're gonna let this simmer over low heat to reduce, and you're gonna need to stir it frequently. This hot chocolate is inspired by biko, which is a sticky rice dessert from the Philippines that also has a caramelized coconut milk base. It's so good. So after about 5 to 10 minutes, your sauce should be a darker brown color, and it would be a lot thicker. And this is gonna be the syrup for our hot chocolate. Now let's actually make the hot chocolate itself. In another small saucepan, heat up 1/2 cup of full-fat coconut milk and 1/2 cup of water. Adding the water lightens up the liquid since the coconut milk is gonna be pretty thick on its own. So allow this to heat up until you see little bubbles where the liquid meets the pan, and then you can start sifting in 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. Whisk the cocoa powder until it's fully dissolved. And once the hot chocolate is lightly simmering, remove it from the heat. Depending on how sweet you like your hot chocolate, adjust the amount of syrup that you add. So I'm only adding 1 1/2 tablespoon in here for a light sweetness. Feel free to add more. Coconut sugar is not as sweet as white or brown sugar. And that's it. It's simple, and it's got that delicious caramelized coconut flavor. Okay, I'm not a fan of whipped creams, but if you do want to top this off with whipped cream, then go for it. Maybe use like a coconut whipped cream. Next up, we're gonna be making an almond peanut butter hot chocolate. So this one is quite the treat. It's nice and rich from the peanut butter. And for this drink, I'm gonna be making it using my milk frother, which is how I normally make my hot drinks at home. So if you're interested in grabbing your own milk frother, I'll put a link in the description below. So in my frother, I just use the normal attachment. I don't use the frothing attachment. And then I pour in 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk. We're gonna heat this up for about 30 seconds before we add anything into it so that the ingredients can mix in a lot easier. So after this heats up a bit, slowly sift in 1 tablespoon of the cocoa powder. Then drizzle in 1 1/2 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter. My favorite is Spread the Love peanut butter. It's just 100% pure peanuts, and it's also Filipino owned. Check them out. After that, add 2 teaspoons of coconut sugar. Like I mentioned, coconut sugar is not as sweet as the more common sugars, so adjust to your liking. And finally, add a pinch of salt to bring out those flavors. And there it is. Here is our nutty hot chocolate. This one is so creamy, and if you are a peanut butter and chocolate fan, you have to try this one out. For our final drink, we are gonna be making a cashew ginger hot chocolate. The ginger in here will really warm you up, and it's inspired by a ginger tea in the Philippines called salabat, which is the perfect drink to boost your immunity, especially during the winter months. So take a knob of ginger and then peel off the skin. You can use a spoon or a knife, whichever you prefer. Grab a fine grater or zester and then shred the ginger. We only need about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon. You can always add more if you want a stronger ginger flavor. Okay, let's use the frother again because it just makes life so much easier. And pour in 1 cup of cashew milk. And again, let it heat up for a few seconds before adding anything else in. We're gonna slowly tap in 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. Once it's all dissolved, add in the ginger. And then add in 1 tablespoon of honey. Let it stir for maybe an additional 20 to 30 seconds just to make sure everything has been mixed, and that's it. Pour it into your favorite mug, bundle up, and enjoy. You can use any other type of alternative milk or even normal milk in these recipes if you prefer. And let me know in the comments below, which one are you the most excited to try out at home? If you do try it out, tell me in the comments if you made any adjustments or added your own flavors to it. I love hearing your creative ideas. And that's all I've got for you. Please give this video a thumbs up to support this channel. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the bell right next to it so that you can get alerted of the weekly videos that I make on this channel. Thank you guys so much for being here with me and watching this video all the way through. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!